So now we're going to talk about the question, why assertions? And what are assertions really buying us? And this boils down to 3 or 4 basic reasons. So first, assertions make code self-checking. That is, they make the code that you write fail proactively when something's wrong, and this can lead to more effective testing. Second, assertions make code fail early at a location that is closer to the actual bug. And so this is more relevant to debugging than to testing, but it's generally the case that debugging is a difficult backwards problem where you're reasoning in a backwards sort of a way about the behavior of the software that you wrote, and the less steps there are in one of these backwards chains, the better, and assertions really can help with that. Third, assertions can help us assign blame. So it's often the case that assertions live at interfaces between different modules, and in many cases it's possible to look at where the bad values came from that led to the assertion failure and use that information to assign blame to one of the modules involved in the call or to the other one. And real software testing exercises often lead to difficult finger-pointing problems, and any tools that we have that allow us to accurately assign blame to one or the other of our software modules can be valuable. And the final reason we like assertions is because they allow us to create executable documentation about assumptions we've made, about preconditions in our code. And so by writing down executable checks on our preconditions, we not only get to check these preconditions when the code runs, but also we're documenting for other developers the things that need to be true for that code to execute correctly. Post conditions are things that are supposed to be true after our code runs. And again, in addition to creating executable checks for these, we're also telling other developers what we think should be true. And this should allow other people to rely on these post conditions. And invariants are closely related to preconditions and post conditions. These are things that need to be true, for example, at every iteration of a loop.